Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with just tales of clean, intermittent fasting and the great big feast that I have for my OMAD. And of course, as always, I've got my new little black shadow with me. Yes, sweet pea. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well today. I've had some extra time on my hands this week, it seems. And so I've been able to listen to an awful lot of videos just about clean intermittent fasting, how some people do it, interviews with those that know all the big long words and what happens to our body when we clean intermittent fast, like Dr. Lustig. He's incredible. He's got a little bit of arrogance about him. He just is um, always throwing out that if you don't agree with me, sure, I'd love to discuss this with you. And he said, I'll win. So anyway, I've just gotten further just comfortability with the fact that I am a clean intermittent faster and that I do um, the clean part with no Tic Tacs, no gum, no breath savers, no anything. It's just the black coffee, which I just made, and it's Vermont Roasters organic medium roast. I bought a couple of bags of the medium roast. Sometimes I can taste the coffee more in a medium roast. But anyway, I love coffee. I love strong, and I love to be able to buy the organic. And as long as I can do that, I will. Just like organic fruits and vegetables. When I can do that, I do it. And when I can't and don't, I just scrub the ones that I'm having a little bit better. That's all. So I've been really enjoying the kitchen time, the cooler weather. I made a beef with barley soup. Some of you may have seen that. I've got leftovers of that, so I made a little acorn squash, probably about the size of a softball. It's so cunning. It was so cute. And I made that this morning, and so I put it in the bottom of the soup bowl of the two that I have. One's navy and one's yellow. And I put the acorn squash and then put the soup on top of it. So I'll slowly heat that up, and that will be a really yummy meal for today. I love vegetables, which comes in handy. I don't have as much meat as I used to. It seems to work okay for me. I still am a volume eater. I like to finish my meal and know that I've had my meal and that it's going to last me all the way. I don't, sometimes when I first finish, I feel like not extra full, but I know that the full is from probably all the vegetables that I've had because they're a lot. And it does carry me to the next day. Today I will eat between 1 and 2. That's how I did it yesterday. So I feast, probably takes about an hour and a half to have my meal. I don't stop midway except to do the dishes. So it's not like I'm having two mini meals in my OMAD. I like to have one big hearty meal, just like I wouldn't go to a gas station and get, just a couple of gallons of gas knowing that I'm going on a 200-mile trip, which I consider my fast. So when I do feast, it's all at the same time. I don't have a breaker. I just dive in. And so I've got my great big salad that I composed. I made this morning, and it's got the organic coleslaw, the organic romaine, organic spring mix. It's got some organic red bell pepper. I think it's got a part of an orange pepper that was left, some chopped celery, some chopped carrots, craisins, and I have now Bragg's oil and AC. No oil. It's got apple cider vinegar and the spices that they use, and it's got no oil in it. And so I found that totally by accident. I wasn't looking for it, but now I can put in my own macadamia nut oil, avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, and it's more of the blend that I like because I like an oil heavy salad dressing versus a vinegar flavor one. Bobby Flav, I don't know if you, not Bobby Flay, the cook, but Bobby, I think Bobby Parrish. He did a thing where he's standing in front of all the dressings, which are good, which aren't, and they all have so many bottled commercial dressings have the soybean oil, canola oil. One even had like organic canola oil. Well, gee, really? How do you, how do you get canola to be organic? Oh, the soybeans? Is that where that comes from? I don't know. So anyway, at the end, he said, you know, you can't go wrong with Bragg's. And then there were a couple of more that he mentioned, but just having the Bragg's is good enough for me. Sometimes my dressings are just oil. I will have just avocado, just extra virgin, just macadamia nut oil, and with no Bragg's thrown in. So, you know, that's my variety. I don't like the get me right here, that tart thing like a Granny Smith apple. That's what too much vinegar does for me there. So I will have that, my salad. I will have a grilled muffin to go along with the stew, the beef with barley stew with the acorn squash underneath it. And I will have my bowl of berries. And I still have some Vermont Creamery creme fraiche. And creme fraiche is like, whoa, it is just like a grown up whipped cream. It is totally decadent and elegant. And the container looks like the small container of sour cream, not the 16-ounce, but the 18-ounce. And 1 ounce of that, so it's got 8 servings, is 110 calories. And I don't even think I have a whole tablespoon of it. But it definitely is the je ne sais pas for a bowl of berries, quite elegant. And so I'll have that. And that will be a wrap for me. I love my feast. I don't have things that I should have just because I should have. I have the foods that I want to have, and I love this time of year where you can have a hearty soup. Probably chili's going to be on my list of things. I've got a scrambled egg, open faced omelet coming up with cream cheese, broccoli, bacon, and covered with some mozzarella provolone combination. I also have another keto pizza in my future too. So when I make something, because I live alone and I don't have to worry about other people not liking things 2 or 3 days in a row, I can make a keto pizza and have it 3 days in a row and not get sick of it, and it works for me. So I'm very happy that way. But anyway, I was listening to all these videos with Dr. Lustig, and he really, really, really thinks that sugar is the main wrong thing that we eat, and how all the things that are not healthy in our life come from having the sugar. And he talks so much about it, and he uses all the big words and what happens to our body and our brain when we have it, and how even having what we think is healthy alongside the sugar item or the sugar part of the meal, it still has the sugar and it still can take away. I know I have my craisins. You know, it's one of those guilty pleasures, just a few of them. Sometimes I'll have chopped up pear too, but I do like a little something something in my salad that isn't just all the veggies. It's just one of those things, along with the crumbled blue cheese or the crumbled feta. But he talks so much about it, and I really, I can't, you know, swallow, digest what he says and regurgitate it to have it make any sense whatsoever. But if you are still somebody that enjoys their sugars, enjoys their soda, enjoys their and he talks, you know, you'll get snippets of the even the fake sugars, the artificial sweeteners, along with the other alternative sugars. They still do the same thing to your brain, and you can gain weight from those things. You can stay bloated from those things. You can disrupt your metabolism from those things, even if it's a 0 calorie drink. And so 0 calorie doesn't necessarily mean safe to me. I want the most bang for my buck. If I'm buying all these organic vegetables and I'm trying to buy the best meat that I can, I'd be happy forever with just grass-fed brick of the burger. I'd have my regular burgers where I fry that up. I love that with like a baked potato or baked sweet potato, maybe even a squash, and then the ubiquitous salad. Or make something like a chili or a meat sauce to go over pasta or over shaved zucchini. Have you ever taken the peeler that people sometimes use for carrots and do that with a zucchini? And you end up with these like slivers of zucchini and you put the meat sauce on top of it. Well, there's a nice keto low calorie meal. I like pasta these days, so I would have the pasta with mine. But I remember many a time I would have the shaved zucchini in place of the pasta. It would be delicious. I just love those sort of things. So I am all in when it comes to my OMAD. And the reason I think that my OMAD is such a success is that I can have anything I want. There's no deprivation. And ironically, on the way to the no deprivation, I have found I don't choose to have sugar anymore. Just like in the craisins is one thing, but I mean, I'm not having a bowl of, I'm not having a few of those things on plates. I'm not having, a layer cake, any of those things. Now, if I was someplace and the layer cake was presented to me, I might be kind of like, oh, interested. But I pay a price these days. I get these leg cramps and I laugh because I'm very spiritual in the sense of God doing for me. So if you want to have those leg cramps, girly, go ahead and have that bowl of, that slice of, those few of, and you'll get them. You'll get them. You'll be woken up. You're going to fall asleep and you're going to wake up and that foot is just not going to stop with the cramp where it like is paralyzed like this. And in order to get it to go down flat, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. And that, for some reason, comes to me now from having sugar. And maybe it's because my diet is so clean from maybe what it used to be. But that's not the point of what I'm saying. I don't deprive myself of what I want, which is probably why I've invited things like russet potatoes, pasta, and bread or muffin into my food plan. I know there's sugar in muffins too, but that doesn't seem to affect me either. It must be like the big rush of the sugar carbs in what you would think of as a sweet as opposed to a muffin or a craisin. I don't know. Or the fruit. The berries that I have every day doesn't bother me. Yesterday I loaded up. I was out and about on my day off, so I was able to go to the stores that were having the certain berries on sale. So I got a huge thing of strawberries, a huge thing of blueberries, and a huge thing of Driscoll's raspberries, the double one. The double one, $5. At my store it's like $4.99 for the 6 ounces, right? So I got the 12 ounces for $5. I was delighted. The blueberries I got at Whole Foods, and the strawberries I got at Stop and Shop. So it was a great sale for me, a great haul, as it were. And it will work. I look forward to Cara oranges, though, because I do like those. That once you've had a Cara, it's hard to... For me, waiting for the Cara to come back in season is something that I'm willing to do because they were just so good. I can't imagine all the times I've bought navel oranges and they've been dry and mealy on the inside. And of course, because they're this big, it's almost $2 for a fruit that you end up throwing away, right? So I don't play that. I'll wait for the nice juicy Cara. So I'm very happy with the clean intermittent fasting part. As I always say, it's not what you put into your OMAD for me. It's what I don't put into my clean intermittent fast, also known as CIF, because I'm having just the black coffee. It might have notes of something like chocolate or citrus or mixed berries. I see that all the time. I just got a single-sourced Ethiopia whole bean bag on sale at Whole Foods yesterday, and it has notes of, but it's not flavored. And that is the big difference that could skewer your clean intermittent fast. You might be having that coffee black, but if it's got a hazelnut flavor, a French vanilla flavor, a mocha flavor, anything, any flavored coffee is going to disrupt your clean intermittent fast. Okay, because your body, the cephalic, it's CPH, CHP, CPR. Anyway, it's cephalic brain. Um, it's not interrupted by a bitter, which is considered like coffee, that's not flavored bean. Okay, so you're safe with that. That's why it doesn't disrupt it and drop the insulin and then the whole blood sugar thing, and then you find you're gaining weight. And it's like, I'm having black coffee, yeah, but it's French vanilla. So, or I'm having just the raspberry lime Poland Springs. Yeah, that's gonna tip off your brain into something's coming because it says food is on the way, even if it's just a flavoring. So you still have to be mindful and careful of those things. Some people aren't, and they still lose, they still have success. So I say that's great if it works for them. I know for me, I want the bitter bean. This is the medium roast. I go anywhere from like the dark French, French roast, Italian coffee, Italian flavor, all the way down to like the medium, a lighter roast, where to me it's more, I don't know, I just like it. I like it. I like all kinds of bitter black coffees, nothing flavored, maybe the tones of that's not going to affect your brain, your blood sugar, your insulin, all of that. So it's so simple, and to me it's so miraculous to be able to eat this way and still fit in my skinny jeans, still be able to um, feel as good as I feel. Yesterday, you may have seen it, I posted what I had, and I had French toast. I felt it today. I felt it. I felt the aches in my bones and my body from having probably a carb overload between the maple syrup and the bread. I didn't have cramps because I don't get cramps from that because I've had a number of times with my clean intermittent fast and then my feast of the OMAD. I don't get the cramps, but I did feel achy today, where I don't feel that when I have like the straight veggie salad with all the cold veggie salad and then some sort of entree. Like today, it will be the beef with barley with the acorn squash. I won't feel weak or achy like I had that carb overload. And I don't consider veggies with the carb overload. I don't count calories. I don't weigh and measure the oil that I put on my dressing. I free pour. Just like when I was a bartender, I free poured. Tom Collins, huh? And so it just continues to work for me. I keep it simple. I keep the ingredients as real as possible. I eat real food, whole food. Um, the only processed foods that I have is probably the bread at this point, and it's a minimal amount. And so I'm enjoying it. There's no deprivation. The sugar beast, he's kind of off my shoulders now. He might make a return visit if he sees something that he thinks I should have, but it's certainly not like how it used to be, where I was addicted and fed the addiction often. And I'm just happy to say that I don't have to go there anymore, and it works. So I'm so glad you're here. I hope you have a great weekend. This is the season of setbacks, so don't beat yourself up. Enjoy something if you're going to have it. Why not? Life is too short to do all of this, like calculating in your brain and depriving and all of that. If you see something that you want to have and it's not going to give you the leg cramps, enjoy every bite of it. If it's offered to you during your clean intermittent fast and you still want to have it, put it in a container. Let them all tease you and bug you. Oh, there she goes again with her crazy diet. Now she's going to take it home. Okay, don't have your cake with us. That's okay. Just ignore all of that. Get that container, put whatever it is in it, take it home, and put it into your feast, your one meal a day, and enjoy the heck out of it. That's what I say. It's working for me, and I'm 73, and so that's all I can say, and that's all that I do, and it keeps working for me. So have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your food plan, whatever it is. If you're working towards something, good luck. If you're trying to give up something, more than one thing, just work on one thing at a time. When you get that going without that knocked down, like sugar in your coffee or maybe coffee made in your coffee, something like that, when you get that one item totally down and you're not missing it, you're not craving it, and you think you can go on, work on the number two thing. That's what I feel. It's much easier to work on a small, manageable, attainable goal. Get it good, get it down, and then move on, right? Doing everything, throwing it all in the cauldron at the same time. Don't we call that January 2nd? Yeah. We've been around the block too many times to think we're going to give up everything one day and be okay. One thing at a time, one food group that doesn't serve you at a time, and you will find you will have the most success. Thanks for listening. I'll see you here the next time. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with clean, intermittent fasting and no deprivation, and my feast. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.